every right, fundamental right to believe in what they have to do. He thinks outside of himself all the time. I disagree with it, but it's your view and I respect it.
Welcome to the show Real and Real Characters. P.C. Ramakrishna worked in the corporate sector, but he is known as a theatre person who has completed more than 50 years in English theatre. He is a member of the 65-year-old Madras Players, the oldest English theatre company in India. He has acted in more than 100 plays, and he has directed some of the plays including Water by Komal Swaminathan, Chudamani, a play threading 7 stories of the writer R. Chudamani, and Trinity, from the stories of Sita Ravi, featuring live Carnatic music for the first time ever on stage, sung and acted by eminent concert singers. He trained in Mridangam under Maestro Palakkad T.S. Mani Iyer. He was one of the first English newsreaders in Indian television and one of the most recorded English language voices in India. Welcome to Real and Real Characters. It's a pleasure to have you here, and after so many years, we are getting back together again. Please tell me, what are your inspirations from movies? Which character inspires you?
I am a movie buff. I see a lot of movies. The movie that has stayed with me in terms of the character that has stayed with me is a 1987 film of Bharati Raja, Vedam Pudidu.
Vedam Pudidu, meaning New Veda, is a 1987 Tamil movie written by K. Kannan, who after this movie came to be known as Vedam Pudidu Kannan. Its screenplay and direction was by Bharati Raja. The cinematography was by Kannan Bhim Singh. It was edited by P. Mohan Raj. Music was by Devendran. Lyrics were by Vairamuthu, and it was produced by Janani Art Creations. The film is a strong critique of the caste system and its hypocrisies. The film starred Satyaraj as Baludevar, Master Dasarathi as Shankaran, Sarita as Baludevar's wife Pechi. Amala plays the role of Vaidehi. Raja acts as Shankarapandi. Janakaraj is Krishna Iyer. Charu Hasan acts as Neelakanta Shastrigal, and Niralgal Ravi plays a supporting role. The film contains some path-breaking scenes and Kannan's powerful dialogues. This was considered the last film that MGR watched before his death. In the 35th National Film Awards, Vedam Pudidu won the award for Best Film on Other Social Issues, for Best Editing, Best Tamil Film and Best Tamil Director for Bharati Raja, and Best Tamil Actor for Satyaraj.
The character of Balu Tevar, played by Satyaraj in that movie, has remained with me for a long time.
இந்த வீட்டுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறவங்களும் சரி, வெளிய இருந்து வாரவங்களும் சரி, பாலங்கற பேரை சொல்லிரப்படாதா. ஏன்னா என் பேர் பாலு தேவர.
Still then he was an action hero, maybe a villain, but that particular movie was a milestone for him in playing a completely different role. He plays the role of a village leader who's very tough, who's an atheist.
அன்பே சிவமென்றால் அவன் கையிலேன் சூலாயுதம்.
Even though he's an atheist, he's the first to lend his shoulder to carry the palanquin of a holy man who comes into the village when the palanquin gets stuck. He is the first man to see that a Brahmin priest's girl is stuck in the temple in a fairly compromising situation with a young man, and knows that if she comes out, the village will lynch her, and he protects her by not allowing the village to go into the temple. He does good things, but it's a hard exterior. And when he walks down the Agraharam, I remember the scene, an old widow suddenly darts into a house to avoid seeing him. And when asked, she says, the greatest thing that he does is when the priest's son, who knows nothing but Vedam and the Agraharam and other, he gets orphaned, he takes him into the house. And when that boy is unable to take in the non-vegetarianism of the house, over a period of time, he clears the house of all his animals and chickens and other things and makes the house habitable by that boy. Such is the nature of the man who's such hard exterior, who's ready for a fight. But he looked at this young boy and he said, this boy needs to be protected, respects the boy's sentiments and helps him out and gives him shelter. And of course, in the end, he stands up against the village. It's a character that has told me that you don't need to be X, Y, or Z to respect somebody else's feelings.
அக்ரகாரத்துக்கு ஐயமாருக்கெல்லாம் ரத்தம் செத்து போச்சுன்னு சொன்னேனாமே. உங்க கோயில்ல இருக்கிற அம்மனுக்கு அலங்காரம் பண்றதுக்கு மட்டும் ஐயமாரு தேவை. ஆனா பஞ்சாயத்துல உங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கிடையாது.
It's a tremendously well made film and beautifully acted by him. And that's the character that I keep thinking about very, very often as something very close to my heart.
Can you name the qualities that you perceive in this character that has made him who he is?
He thinks outside of himself all the time. It's that feeling of thinking of somebody else all the time, outside of himself, because he was not like that. He was tough. He was always ready for a fight. He was ready to meet people. But he realized that at a given point of time, when somebody else needed something, he was ready to do it for them. You can always understand another person by the way they are, without affecting your beliefs, without imposing your beliefs on them.
What you're saying is so important in today's context, especially when the differences between people are pushing them apart. Can you draw some parallels in the current context as to from this character?
Yes, there is religious intolerance, there is caste intolerance, there is intolerance of ideology and view. If I do not believe in a particular point of view, it does not mean that that point of view is invalid. It only means that it is my point of view. If somebody's point of view comes from an honest standpoint, I must be willing to accept it. That is, if I believe in the honesty of a person's intentions, whatever his views are valid, and I must allow space for that. This guy does that kind of thing all the time. In fact, I remember he carries this boy across the river on his shoulder, and he talks about caste, and the boy innocently asks him,
பாலுங்கிறது உங்க பேரு, பின்னால இருக்க தேவர்ங்கிறது நீங்க படிச்சு வாங்கின பட்டமா? ஜாதியிலன்னு சொல்ற நீங்களே மூச்சுக்கு 300 தடவை பாலுத்தேவர் பரம்பரைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேளே.
Then there is an imaginary slap that Bharati Raja gives to this man, and he realizes, oh my God, இவ்வளவும் நான் சொல்றேன், இவ்வளவும் பண்றேன், ஆனா அதை நான் யோசனை பண்ணலையே. He is willing to stop and realize that there are other points of view, there are other beliefs, there are other traditions, other people need to live their lives, and he wants to give space to that. And that is what is great about this character, which has stayed with me. If somebody is coming from a position of strength and a position of belief, you must accept it, not quarrel with it. They have a point of view. They have every right, fundamental right to believe in what they have to do.
This is easier said than done. What is that little threshold that one needs to cross in order to get to that point?
If you are convinced in your belief, and if you are strong enough to believe in what you think, and if you are secure in yourself, you should have no problem in believing or yielding to the belief of somebody else. The moment you feel threatened, the moment you feel insecure, that somebody's belief is going to invade yours, or somebody's view is going to change yours, then that insecurity leads to quarrels, it leads to problems. If somebody else is honest about what he or she thinks, you're willing to accept it. You don't have to change. You can agree, you can disagree, it's part of life. But security within oneself, self-assurance, is absolutely necessary for you to make this bridge.
So what gives that security? Is there a lot of introspection needed? What does one do to get that security?
You believe in what you do very strongly, and you do it not because of contempt for anything else, but because you strongly believe that is right for you. And the moment I believe that what I do inflicts harm on somebody else, then I know that is not quite right. You want your belief to be accepted. If you're strong and you're sure, and that belief has come through introspection, and it's true to your conscience, then you will have no problem, believe me, Rajeshwari, in accepting somebody else's view. You can always say, I disagree with it, but it's your view and I respect it.
We just respect each other for being human on earth, and we have to really, get to that core of understanding.
I have been very greatly influenced in my own beliefs by reading this wonderful Lebanese philosopher, Khalil Gibran. He says, your children are not your children. They come from you, but they are not of you. That means your children have their own thoughts, their own beliefs. You cannot impose even on your own children your own beliefs. You are the bow. You need to hold the bow steady for the arrow to go straight and meet its mark. When the arrow meets its mark, it does not come back to you. Your arrow is like your children. You hold the bow steady, that is all you have to do. It will find its mark. That is one image he gives of The parent thinking outside himself. On marriage, he has also said, a marriage is like a superstructure supported by two pillars. Unless the pillars are separated, the thing will not stand. If the pillars are too close, it will come down. There must be space in your marriages. That space gives you time and opportunity to understand the other person, and the superstructure remains. The third example he gives is the mango when ripe, it falls off the tree. The mango, he says, does not ask the ground, do you need me? It falls because it is in its nature to give. Similarly, Balu Tevar in Vedam Pudhidu had in it his nature to give other people what they wanted according to their beliefs. He did not impose his on him. Similarly, that the bee and the flower is the last image I will tell you, leave you with Gibran. The bee takes the honey from the flower. It is a need for the bee. The flower gives the honey to the bee because it is a need for the flower. Why should the need for the bee be superior to the need of the flower? You must be alive to everybody's need. There are people who want to go and worship in temples. You might not want to, but it is their right. It is their way of belief. Why should you stand in the way? If you come from a position of confidence and honesty, there should be no problem. If you do something merely because it's contrary to what is being done, it will not work. I think a belief in oneself is very important, which I have learned from this character in the film.
Can you draw any parallel in your own life experiences like Balu Tevar?
My Gurunadar, Mridangam Gurunadar, Palgat Maniyar was one such. I probably was one of the last students of his who did Gurukulam with him for the last 6 or 7 years of my training in Tanjavur. He very rarely spoke. He always knew what I wanted as a Mridangam player, as a learner at that level. He would know it and give it to me. Never asked me, Purinjida, Puriliya. There were 7 or 8 of us learning from him at that time. I was probably the junior most. He would teach each of us at our different levels. He had much more to give. He was the Akshaya Patram. He never asked me, no, gave me what I could absorb. When 7 of us played, he could always pick me out and say, you have made the mistake, your Kala Pramanam is not correct. And when he took us to performance, he would decide, for instance, who would sit with him behind him in the kacheri. Let us say he was going to Tirutarapundi or Trikatapalli or someplace. He would once look at me and say, Niva. And I would go and sit behind him and do whatever that, the Ravagava and all that, you have to mix it and keep his Mridangam ready. He would play for Iyengar or Alathur Brothers or GNB or whoever it was. He would play a certain piece, look at me and say, have you noticed? Almost as if to say, this is what I taught you. This is how what I taught you needs to be played on a kacheri platform with embellishments. Have you noticed? He would never ask me, Niparan kekamatar, Patyan kekamatar. He went outside of himself to know what each student wanted. That is why he was a great teacher. His son was learning from him at that time. I was there. So many other more senior people were learning. He would teach them what he thought they would get from him. They never had to ask him, himself he would say, why all this? It's simple, play for the music. It is enough. And here Dr. Radhakrishnan, whose name is synonymous with Teacher's Day, he has said, a good teacher, and this is a conundrum, you have to work it out. A good teacher is not one who gives the student what he wants, but rather makes the student want to hear what he has to give. It means that unless he goes out of himself to think about what the student will gain, he cannot be a good teacher. So in every sphere of life, whether it is in corporate life, whether it is music or art, you must think outside of yourself. It is not enough to practice something for oneself. You cannot be that selfish, in my own opinion. In the kacheri, in the audience, that kacheri will not work. So greatest musicians have always held somebody else in mind while they performed. Great artists have thought like that. Great actors have thought like that. Not only have they interpreted character, but they have been on stage to communicate. Ultimately, it's all a matter of communication. And intolerance ultimately lies in lack of communication.
Right.
And if Balu Tevar was successful as a person in the village, because he could communicate that he was a good person, and he could communicate that he wanted to help without saying that he wanted to help, without changing his own views.
Have you had occasion to behave in a way like Balu Tevar, like challenging your beliefs or challenging another person's beliefs?
where you had to give way?
I'm not a temple goer as such. I'm very much like Balu Tevar, like that. I'm not an atheist, obviously not. I am God-fearing in my own way. My God is probably my conscience. Ultimately, why are you going to the temple? Not only to seek the blessings of the Lord for yourself, to, I would say, rather to help you do good to others. If I am in a position to say, all right, I want to do good, I want to benefit somebody else, and if I don't go to a temple, I'm just giving you an example, it doesn't make any difference. All you need to be is strong in your belief and tolerant of somebody else's belief. I think you must listen to somebody else saying he has a point of view. If you're going to be contemptuous of that, it will not work. You try something new because it is something new, not because you want to desecrate something that is old. Any art form, in my opinion, which seems to desecrate or express contempt against the art form of earlier years will not stand the test of time.
I think you hit the nail on the head on that one.
Vedam Pudhidu. It's a film that I want to see again and again, and it is one of Satyaraj's best. It gave Satyaraj a new image. This, I think, was quite a milestone for him. In many ways, it was a milestone for me of Vedam Pudhidu.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful to have you.
Thank you. Lovely speaking with you. Take care. Stay safe.
That was PC Ramakrishna for you on Real and Real Characters. For this week's movie quiz, here's the question. In this Tamil comedy film, the hero impersonates a Brahmin, though he isn't one. A Brahmin priest's daughter, attracted by his innocence, falls in love with him. What is the name of the movie and who is the hero? What is the profession of the hero's parents? What does the hero promise the bride's father? Please send your answers to the WhatsApp or email address given here. The person who sends the correct answers will be invited to be a guest on our show, Real and Real Characters. The answers to the previous episode's questions are: which film is this? Answer: Choti Si Baat. Who are the hero and heroine? Answer: Amol Palekar and Vidya Sinha. Who is the character in the film who helps the hero overcome his shyness? Answer: Colonel Julius Nagendranath Wilfred Singh of Kandala, played by Ashok Kumar. If you like this show, please do click the like icon, share, comment, and subscribe to the show.